Believing in the resurrection. It is impossible not to believe what you see, but it is equally impossible to see what you do not believe. Perceptions are built up on the basis of experience, and experience leads to beliefs. It is not until beliefs are fixed that perceptions stabilize. In effect, then, what you believe you do see. That is what I meant when I said, quote, "Blessed are ye who have not seen and still believe. For those who believe in the resurrection will see it." The resurrection is the complete triumph of Christ over the ego, not by attack, but by transcendence.
And that's what the whole course, the miracle prince and the exercises, the meditation exercises are all about. To see.
Yes.
To see the resurrection. That's what it's all about. To be able to actually see it with your mind because you believe it. And you can actually see it now because first you have to believe, then you see, right?
Yet different experiences lead to different beliefs, and with them different perceptions. For perceptions are learned with beliefs, and experience teaches. I'm leading you to a new kind of experience which you will become less and less willing to deny.
You know what? That's just making me think. He's saying that you need to have experiences to change your belief. That's why we have to come to this dimension to fix our false thinking. We have to have
because you have to have experiences, right? Yes.
To change your beliefs. We just believe these things, and so we have to be in the body where we first got the belief to be relieved of it.
To be relieved of it, yes, that's so true.
So really the purpose of life is to correct your false thinking. We're not really here. When these near-death people say you're coming here because you want to have an experience, it's not to have an experience because it's fun.
Right, yeah, right.
No, it's actually we have to come here to correct our thinking. So then we can have fun. Then you can have fun here.
Yeah, right.
But you don't come here to have fun. This isn't a fun place. This is a place to get out of.
Yeah. Learning of Christ is easy, for to perceive with him involves no strain at all. His perceptions are your natural awareness, and it is only the distortions which you have introduced that tire you. Let the Christ in you interpret for you, and do not try to limit what you see by narrow little beliefs that are unworthy of God's Son.
Narrow little beliefs, that's all they are. Just remember, they're just little beliefs, narrow.
Very narrow.
They're not as
idle little beliefs, yeah.
I'm just saying the energy behind anger or depression feels so intense. It can't just be a narrow little belief that's causing this. It's got to be some major.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be some real powerful.
It's got to be major disaster,
yeah,
or major guilt or sin. It can't just be a narrow, right?
Right. For until Christ comes unto his own, the Son of God will see himself as fatherless. I am your resurrection and your life. You live in me because you live in God.
So that's talking about the authority problem there. Until you understand who you want to make your real authority, you're going to be wondering whether you want to listen to the ego or not. You know, you haven't made him your guide. You know, you haven't decided to make Christ your only guide and yourself, meaning you're following yourself now.
Can you then perceive unworthiness in a brother and not perceive it in yourself? And can you perceive it in yourself and not perceive it in God? Believe in the resurrection because it has been accomplished, and it has been accomplished in you.
And what that means is, can you see the way we have to see the resurrection? Seeing what resurrection and ACIM seeing means is you see that they have power and innocence no matter what happens in the dream. They have power. They're not victims. They're not big. You see what I mean? That's seeing the truth. Is don't ever believe that someone doesn't have the power to solve their problems, because you're not seeing the Christ in them if you think that. And that means you can't see it in yourself. There's always an answer. Everyone has access to that answer the minute they want it. We're here to assist people in believing that so they can turn in the right direction. But remember in the beginning when he's speaking to Helen about her patients, it's like you need to know that they are as worthy and as intelligent and as everything as you are. Otherwise, you can't heal them.
Oh, right, yeah.
Remember, you have to see them as they really are. You can't make them that they need you.
Right.
So if you make someone need you, then you're believing they're not the Son of God.
Right.
If somebody needs you, if somebody needs assistance to remember that the Son of God, that's the right way to be.
Yeah.
But if you actually think these people are less than you, or different than you, and that's what the therapist can do. The unhealed healer is someone who actually thinks they're healing somebody different than themselves.
Right. This is as true now as it will ever be, for the resurrection is the will of God, which knows no time and no exceptions. But make no exceptions yourself, or you will not perceive what has been accomplished for you. For we ascend unto the Father together, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be. For such is the nature of God's Son, as his Father created him.
You have to join. You have to see your brother as is as powerful and as innocent as you, no matter what they're doing in the dream. Not look at how they're manifesting, because they're manifesting a dream of themselves, you know. But you need to know behind whatever they're manifesting is that truth.
Yes.
To wake up. He says we go home together. We have to all know that we all have power. Otherwise, you're going to feel guilty and come back here and try to save people who don't need you. They need you to wake up.
Resurrection must compel your allegiance gladly, because it is the symbol of joy. Its whole compelling power lies in the fact that it represents what you want to be. The freedom to leave behind.
You want to see peace. That's your real will. When you really want it, you can't. We have the power of God. That's the will of God. We have complete power to do what he wants us to do. So if we're not doing it, it means we got something in the way.
Yeah, right.
Because it's not possible.
Right.
To see things differently. It's easy to see things differently. It's hard to keep seeing it the way we're seeing it.
Yes. The freedom to leave behind everything that hurts you and humbles you and frightens you cannot be thrust upon you, but it can be offered you through the grace of God, and you can accept it by his grace. For God is gracious to his Son, accepting him without question as his own. Who then is your own? The Father has given you all that is his, and he himself is yours with them. Guard them in their resurrection, for otherwise you will not awake in God, safely surrounded by what is forever yours.
What you're saying is you have to look at everyone in your life and through the eyes of Christ and see that they are a holy Son of God behind what they're doing. Because obviously they don't know that, and they're doing all kinds of nonsense.
Yeah, right.
But until your mind can look right at them and see past it, and see past it, then you know you haven't seen yourself yet. They're all there for you to see yourself. That's why he says, unless you do this, you can't go back to God. You have to go together.
Yes.
We have to go together. You have to figure out who are you attacking in your mind and who are you trying to keep separate from, and heal those thoughts. Because or don't. It's up to us what we do. But you can't go back until you can look at everyone and see past the way they're manifesting, and see that, oh yeah, they do that because they believe these things. They believe these ideas. That's why they're doing it. This isn't because that's who they are.
Right.
They are like me. I believe certain things, and so that makes me behave certain ways. If I change what I believe, I will behave different ways. You can't force behavior if you're not affecting what people think. Then they're trying to control their behavior and continue to think what they thought that made the behavior. You see, you have to get your mind fixed first.
Yeah. Redemption is recognized only by sharing it. God's Son is saved.
Only by sharing it. So this is just, people have to get this. And it's not easy, and it's not comfortable.
Yeah, no, right.
It's not at all comfortable. We're hiding out here in this world on purpose because we're afraid, and we don't want to see what's true because we're afraid it's not going to be good. What Jesus is saying, no, it's going to be really good. As long as you stay hidden in the darkness, you're just torturing yourself unnecessarily.
Yeah, really.
Wake up, follow me, come on, get out of there. Really.